From the WYLN studios in Hazleton and all over northeastern Pennsylvania, this is WYLN News.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Degnan. Part of a busy street in Hazleton was shut down this afternoon while authorities conducted an alleged drug bust. Alter Street was closed in the 500 block while police converged on a house there. Neighbors at the scene told WYLN News that activity in the building has been a nuisance for some time. There's no word at this time if anyone was taken into custody or what was found in the residence on Alter Street. It's been 16 years since the September 11th attacks. Monday night, St. Gabriel's Church in Hazleton held a commemoration in honor of the innocent lives taken during that tragedy. WYLN's Maria Senti has more on the event.
September 11th, 2001, the day where 4 coordinated terrorist attacks struck American soil, is a day that many people will never forget.
I was getting dressed and sat down in my reclining chair. When I turned the TV on, I saw the plane hit. And I said, well, this has to be a makeup. It isn't true.
I was in school and we used to live back in New York, in Manhattan. And I remember seeing the news after, because they let us go early as soon as the attack happened. They let us go early.
It hit very close to home for people like Lily Beth Fuentes, a former Manhattan, New York resident whose dad was working in New York City that day.
When my father didn't show up until like at midnight, yeah, I was scared.
Ever since the September 11th attacks, people throughout the greater Hazleton area have come together on this day every year to commemorate the thousands of individuals who passed away during the tragedy.
It is he whom we proclaim.
This year, a mass and ceremony were held at St. Gabriel's Church in Hazleton. Several local fire departments and first responders joined city residents for the commemoration.
There were 343 firefighters that were lost that day, among lots of civilians, and firefighters it's a brotherhood. No matter if you're a firefighter here in Hazleton, in New York, Florida, wherever, it's a brotherhood, and we do everything together. We laugh together, we cry together. We're a brotherhood. We bond.
They gave their lives so that other people may live.
One of the main messages emphasized during the program was to never forget what happened on that tragic day in history.
And we should never forget, because it was Americans that died. In the planes, in the buildings, thousands, a few thousand people died.
It's good to remember history so it doesn't happen again, but most importantly, all those innocent lives that died, it's incredible.
This year marks Hazleton's 16th annual 9/11 commemoration. The city plans on hosting many more to come.
As long as they have the 9/11 services and I'm alive and able to do it, I'll play. I'll be here.
In Hazleton, for WYLN News, I'm Maria Sinti.
Thank you, Maria. It was a different kind of terror as millions of people had to evacuate their homes and businesses in Florida to avoid Hurricane Irma's fury. Our Julie Stefanovich spoke today with a Cunningham native who now resides in the Sunshine State but sought refuge back here in Pennsylvania.
It was a very stressful situation for Cunningham native Tanya Dubois, who lives with her husband and 7-year-old daughter Aubrey in Naples, Florida. Her journey to bring her family to safety began last week.
We knew that the storm was going to come in on either Sunday or Monday, so last weekend we started preparing. We got gas, we did all the things that you're supposed to do when a hurricane is coming. On Tuesday, I looked for plane tickets and they were all gone. Ultimately, the way it happened is I never stopped looking for flights. I looked and looked every minute of every day and couldn't find any. I finally went to the airport with my daughter and we walked up to every single place, American, JetBlue, every place, and nobody had tickets, nobody had options, nobody had standby options. And then Spirit Airlines came through for us, and I get emotional when I talk about it because I was just so happy to get out. I was so grateful. The man who helped us, he was with us for over an hour. He was from Pennsylvania too. So I'm very grateful for him.
She is currently staying with her sister and WYLN's The Storm host, Tiffany Cloud. Dubois said that she had to stay strong for her family, even in the face of adversity. She talked about the effects the storm had on her area.
Personally, my home and my neighborhood, there are a lot of trees down in the streets. I know yesterday no one could get out of the neighborhood. They're working with chainsaws and trying to cut down those trees so folks could get out. My own home, the only real damage that we sustained other than landscaping, of course, was to our pool cage. So that's fine by me. That can be fixed, but my husband's safe, our 9 animals are safe, and our house will be fine.
She raises some questions on how the state should have been better prepared for the situation.
They had decided early on to close schools on Thursday and Friday because they had to get a lot of the schools prepared to be shelters. So they had all these school buses available, and they run on diesel. There wasn't a diesel shortage at the time. So I was kind of curious as to why school buses weren't used to help evacuate people. Category 5 coming, as a regular citizen, I was thinking of all sorts of things that the government could have done to help us.
Tanya also has advice for other people living in Hurricane Alley. She said that residents should stock up on supplies before the start of hurricane season to avoid a mad rush to the store. Bottled water, plywood, carpentry materials are just some of the must-haves to add to the list. She is scheduled to head back home on Friday and get back to a normal life after Hurricane Irma. In Cunningham, for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefnovich.
Thank you, Julie, and congratulations. Everybody got out okay. A Mahanoy city man faces charges after he allegedly struck 2 pedestrians with his vehicle. 33-year-old Francis Green was said to be under the influence when he hit 2 people Sunday morning on East Mahanoy Street, then fled the scene. Police found Green at his home where he jumped out a second-floor window to evade arrest. He faces charges of aggravated assault while driving under the influence and resisting arrest. The victims were taken to the hospital for treatment of injuries. There's no word on their conditions at this time. Opening arguments began today in the retrial of Melissa Ann Scholl. The Wilkes-Barre woman is accused of trying to asphyxiate herself and her 2 children by running a hose from the exhaust of her vehicle into the car window back in 2015. Her children were ages 5 and 7 at the time. The jury deadlocked in the woman's first trial that happened in June. When the Wilkes-Barre Area School Board met last night, plans moved ahead for a new high school to be built in the district. A vote approved a revamped contract with an architectural firm to design the new building. The board also voted against a motion by opponents of the project to get a new estimate on renovating the existing Myers High School building. The matter of an asphalt plant proposed for Sugarloaf Township may be heading to court. The firm, Glynn O. Hawbaker of State College, filed the appeal on the last day possible and also hired a new law firm to represent its case. The company operates a quarry in Hazel Township, as well as 8 asphalt plants across the state. In Sugarloaf Township, it wants to manufacture 3,000 tons of asphalt a day at the plant off Tom Hicken Road. Those opposed, including nearby residents, are concerned about what effect the plant would have on their home values, questioned emission levels for health factors, as well as other concerns. A judge of the Luzerne County Court of Common Pleas is expected to be assigned that case. For the last 2 weeks, we have been talking about new state requirements when it comes to immunization for high school students. Now a clinic has been scheduled to help get students the shots they need. That clinic will happen at St. Gabriel's Roman Catholic Church September 15th from 9 to noon. The clinic will help students in 12th grade receive meningitis shots that they need to attend school. According to Hazleton area school officials, about 100 students still require that meningitis shot. Students can continue to attend school if they have an immunization plan signed through a doctor's office or clinic, as long as they receive a shot on or before the day set in their plan. This clinic is being staged by the Pennsylvania Department of Health. Again, it's at St. Gabriel's, which is within Annunciation Parish at 122 South Wyoming Street, and appointments are required. Again, that's coming up this Friday. Coming up on WYLN News, a man who has a very big thank you for some very special people. Plus, we'll meet a group in Hazleton with a fundraiser coming up in October on Community and You. But first, as we head out to break, let's take a look at your 7-day forecast from the WYLN Weather Center. Remember, you can get all your weather information at WYLNTV.com. We'll be right back.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Say hello to the Internet of tomorrow. Compelling, absorbing, all-encompassing. Delivered to your home at up to 350 megabits per second. Now that's fast. Really fast. Also that you can do a little of this, and a whole lot of this. With none of that. Need speed? Welcome to the Internet of tomorrow. Today. Get blazing fast speeds up to 350 megs from SECV. Call 877-955-SECV today.
A Hazel Township resident returned to Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton, about a month and a half after he suffered from a heart attack, to thank the caregivers who helped save his life. James Bognet says it all began July 29th at his home in Hazel Township. He felt nauseous and his chest numb. Bognet says his wife called 911 right away.
Paramedics were there at the house in, I'm going to say 6, 7, 8 minutes at most. And the gentleman did an EKG on me and told me I was having a heart attack, and a bad one at that.
He was first taken to Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. It took the emergency room staff about 30 minutes to restart his heart before being flown to LVH Cedar Crest in Allentown.
I feel very lucky considering the opposite that could have happened. From what Dr. Coleman said, the emergency room doctor up here, they had me fixed up in 1 hour and 6 minutes after the whole thing started, and 2 hours is the national standard, so I think I did pretty good.
About 2 weeks after that incident, Bognet returned to the emergency room to thank the caregivers who helped save his life.
I couldn't be more thankful. They were really good, really good. And a few times I met Dr. Coleman twice since then, and he was really good. First time you meet him, it's like you know him all your life.
About 6 weeks has gone by, and he's now back working full-time at his construction firm, Bognet Incorporated in Hazel Township. Although he's not 100% recovered just yet, he wants to thank everyone that helped him along the way, and his wife, who called 911. Coming up on Glen Oaks News Choice, one group in Hazleton is there to offer you options. We'll meet them in Community and You. Plus, a senior expo on the way Thursday. We'll tell you where. But first, let's take a look at today's winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played. Stay with us.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Physical Therapy and Balance Centers. It's spelled different because we are different. Physical is unlike any therapy center you've been to before. If you're tired of living in pain, if you want to move better, overcome an injury or balance disorder, or you just want to improve your strength and conditioning, our highly skilled team of medical experts will help you get back to living the life you enjoy. New mentality, new body, new life. Get physical.
Northeast Gold and Silver inside the Churchill Mall is paying cash for gold and silver. Top dollar for silver coins, national currency, fine and sterling flatware. Stop in or call them at 570-497-4177.
When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@WYLNTV.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network.
Welcome to Community and You, and you never know where we're going to find an interesting person that you're going to need to know about. And today, I just happened to find Valerie White. And Valerie, tell us about your organization.
Well, good afternoon. I'm with the Pregnancy Resource Center of Greater Hazleton. Now, we are a life-affirming organization. We believe that every life is valuable. And so young people can come in and we have free pregnancy testing. They can take a pregnancy test. We are not medical, so they need to read it themselves. But then we would talk to them if it's negative we talk about healthy relationships and what a healthy relationship looks like, and abstinence until marriage. And if it's positive pregnancy test, then we'd encourage them to be part of our Earn While You Learn program. These are parenting classes. They start at conception. They go through when the child is age 5, and they can start anywhere. So if they come in and they have a 2-year-old, they can start taking parenting classes. If they just realize they're pregnant, they can start taking parenting classes.
Now, what kind of, or I should say, what age of children are you young adults that you're dealing with?
Well, it's usually between maybe 15 and 30, but there's no requirements for coming into the center. Any age can come in, any income bracket. We welcome everybody. Everyone's welcome.
And where are you located?
We are located on 131 North Warren Street. That's in West Hazleton. It's right behind the Stroman's Bread Store.
If someone, let's say, is watching this and they may know of someone, is that another way for you to get a referral if someone reaches out to you and tells you about someone who may be and not know what to do?
Absolutely. So they're welcome. We welcome walk-ins, or they can give us a call. Our number is 570-497-4959.
What kind of a staff do you have, Valerie?
Well, I'm the director, and then everyone else is volunteers. So we have 8 ladies that volunteer. And then we now have 1 man on our staff, and he works with the men. So the girls are encouraged to bring their boyfriend or their husbands in. And it's always encouraged to just bring a support person with you. If you don't have a husband or boyfriend, bring your sister or bring your brother or bring your grandma with you as a support.
Does your organization work in conjunction with others in the areas, as well as you mentioned about maybe someone who is going to be having a baby? Would adoption get involved then?
Absolutely. We have information on adoption. That's always an option. We also have information on abortion because girls can be informed about decisions that they're making.
And again, if we're talking about someone, and I know a lot of times, especially in an area where you have young people, high school, college students, sometimes they're younger. Do they have to have parental consent in order to come and see you?
They can come in and see us. All of our services are confidential, and they're also, everything is free at the center.
Where do you get your money? You must have to do fundraising.
You are so correct. We are supported strictly by private donors, either individuals or businesses or churches, and we do go out in the community. We have our banquet coming up on October 19th. That will be at Capriati's, and anyone can call and get a ticket for that. It's $20. We're going to have a great meal. You know, Capriati's food is the best. And we're also having a speaker come in. His name is Dan Culp, and he's a comedian. So it's really going to be a great night, and this will help support the center.
How long has the center been here?
We just celebrated our 2-year anniversary on August 25th.
Very nice.
So we're fairly new to the community, and so we're still getting our name out there.
Well, let's give everybody your name one more time, where you're from, and how they can get in touch with you.
Okay, so it is the Pregnancy Resource Center of Greater Hazleton. Our number is 570-497-4959, and we are located on 131 North Warren Street. So please give us a call or walk in. We're open Tuesday from 3 to 8, Wednesday from 12:30 to 5, and Thursday from 12:30 to 6:30.
And I think we'll have Valerie back again with us soon on Community and You.
Get red-hot prices on furniture and mattresses during Grand Central's summer clearance sale. We have a huge selection of Lazy Boy recliners. Choose any of these Lazy Boy recliners in 30 different colors at only $3.99. Get a Catnapper Patriot Power Lift Chair in any of 4 colors for only $5.99. England sofas in 4 styles and 20 colors are also only $5.99. Sealy mattress sets start at only $2.99. And you can get free delivery and up to 60 months free financing on your new Sealy mattress. Everything to make your house a home. Grand Central, downtown Hazleton, and at the Laurel Mall.
Finally, a car buying experience where it's quick, transparent, and you're set for life. At Hazleton Honda, every new vehicle purchased includes a lifetime warranty, lifetime oil and filter changes, lifetime car washes, lifetime loaner vehicles, lifetime state inspections, and Sunday express service. A gigantic selection to choose from. Always amazing prices. Courteous and expert sales staff. Convenient store hours. Discover the joy of buying at Hazleton Honda, where you are set for life.
It's high school football time. Watch WYLN for all the local high school football action as we bring you the event, not just the highlights, like only WYLN can. Watch the game of the week right here on WYLN. We're your local network. For the best in local sports, watch WYLN TV 35. The event, not just the highlights.
Mark your calendar. State Representative Tara Toohill's office will be hosting the annual Senior Expo September 14th. That's this Thursday. The expo will be at the Laurel Mall in Hazleton from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. It offers seniors the opportunity to learn about services and activities offered in Luzerne, Columbia, and Wyoming counties. Seniors can also chat with local agencies, healthcare providers, as well as receive health-related screenings. So once again, that's the annual Senior Expo this coming Thursday, September 14th, from 10 a.m. until 2 at the Laurel Mall. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN News.
Express Care. Walk in and you walk into the region's most trusted health network.
Hi, I'm Marty Burns. Join myself and Coach Brennan this week for Sports Talk here on WYLN, your weekly source for Hazleton area high school football. And Coach, what do we have this week?
Lots of big plays, lots of highlights by our guys, and two-way lineman, senior Will Strassner's on board.
And we also look ahead to Friday night's game against Abington Heights. It's all this week on Sports Talk, brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Health Network.
Chura's Auto Sales has a great line of cars and trucks. Every vehicle is serviced, reconditioned, and inspected. Chura's Auto Sales offers you experience, quality, and service. Stop in today. North Broad Street and Susquehanna, West Hazleton. Ralph M. Cameron, specializing in quality and affordable construction services for residential, commercial, and industrial, licensed and insured. Call 570-401-0654 today for all your construction needs. WYLN CA35's children's programming is designed with the specific purpose of serving the educational and informational needs of children. In compliance with FCC guidelines, a copy of the Children's Programming Report is on file for public inspection at WYLN, 1057 East 10th Street, Hazleton, PA, during normal business hours, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Friday.
It's high school football time. Watch WYLN for all the local high school football action as we bring you the event, not just the highlights, like only WYLN can. Watch the game of the week right here on WYLN. We're your local network. For the best in local sports, watch WYLN TV 35. The event, not just the highlights.